the evolution of consciousness. And so, spring of 2021 has arrived, and we are still masking, social distancing, and in spiritual, political, social, and economic turmoil. So many dates that were to be turning points in our Great Awakening have come and gone. Each time we have been disappointed, for we sorely wish to move on from this atrophy of the human world, from this apparent descent into chaos and confusion. And yet it goes on. From day to day to day, it appears increasingly that the dark may be winning, and we have been duped into acceptance of their evil agenda. Yet amazingly, deep in our hearts, we light workers are increasingly calm. We know we are ascending, for we feel it in our bodies, in our minds, in our very deep, loving beingness, in our spiritual nature. Increasingly, we are in the vortex of the love vibration. We feel giddy, dizzy, imbued with love. We have confidence in our new heavenly vibration. It feels so good to be raised above the chaos, confusion, and concern of the third dimensional reality we came to Earth to experience. That is what we are here on Earth to do, experience. We are the consciousness of God itself, having an experience. We are having the experience of the good and the bad, of being male, being female, being a mother, being a father, being a daughter, being a son, being a husband, being a wife. We are having the experience of being a lawyer, being a doctor, being a reverend, a politician, a bureaucrat, a housewife. We are having the experience of deep, dark feelings of fear, of anger, of jealousy, of hatred. For we cannot know true, deep agape love until we have felt the opposite. We are having the experience that we set for ourselves in our pre-life plan. It is a great divine game that we are playing on this stage set called Planet Earth. We are navigating an evolution in consciousness. We are moving from the lower state of third dimensional incarnation to the fifth dimensional love reality. We are moving from the fear vibration to the love frequency. And we are progressing exactly as needed, as the divine itself intended. For as much as we want to be saved by outside forces, as much as we want divinity to step in, it is we ourselves that must change our world. And this conflict between light and dark, between good and evil, with all its discombobulation, is a perfect environment, a perfect tapestry against which we can refine our nature. Yes, we want to be saved by a miraculous event that will release us and our still sleeping brethren from their self-imposed illusion. Yet ascension has to be a gradual event. Humanity has to have time to find out where its dysfunction lies. And we lightworker starseeds who are awake must balance the last of our karma. Karma is cause and effect. Karma is the playing out of absolute divine justice. Karma is reaping what we have sown, experiencing ourselves any discomfort we have inflicted on others. We need to clear ourselves of all our delusions and negative indoctrination, for our entrainment into negativity has been great indeed. And our brethren, still mired in their third dimensional reality, need time to awaken from their illusional trance, from their deep, hypnotized sleep. And so the chaos continues and deepens that we might evolve. The third dimensional frequency we have inhabited is a matrix that holds systems, programs, political, religious, medical, educational, and environmental programs, each of them dysfunctional, each of them generating fear as our government becomes more and more controlling and restrictive. This government of ours has been designed by individuals controlled by greed, using censorship, mind control, and chaos. Individuals who are paid to manipulate and maneuver us into lower frequency, fear behavior. And our third dimensional brethren need time to awaken to the truth of their programming. As the events of the Great Ascension of 2021 play out, the deception, the lies, the cruelty, the aberrations of the system that have been imposed upon us are coming to the light. Many, many are seeing beyond the illusion. This is ascension. This is what the Great Awakening, the Great Revelation is all about. It is showing mankind the deception and perception he has lived under. We are seeing our truth. We are finding our voice. We must exit from the dark systems that have defined us. We must see how we have been controlled. Yes, we are divine in our soul nature, in the God fragment that inhabits our body temple. Yet in our earthly incarnation we are human and have been subject to the cruel manipulation of the matrix. And we have been excellent pupils, for we have taken on the dysfunctional behaviors that we have been taught. We have turned against each other and used our words and deeds to taunt, to put down, to hurt. We cannot move into the higher frequency love dimension until we see, in stark reality, the details of how we hurt ourselves and our brethren by every word, every deed that we think and speak. And this apparent descent into chaos and confusion is giving us the time we need to realize our dysfunctions, to see how we think and speak amiss, and to correct our faults. Not preferred experiences abound around us, for how else can we see our impairments, our deficiencies? And so the Great Awakening is also a time of great confusion, of hurt, of homelessness, of marital discord, of loss of jobs, of domestic turmoil, of financial distress and religious confusion. In the low, third-dimensional state of consciousness, we could not see our trauma, our shadow, the darkness of our indoctrination. When we were in our own personal victim story, we could not see the lying, the cheating, the money manipulation, the greed that was all around us. As our mind concentrated on the wrongs that we thought had been done to us, there was no room to see the bigger picture of the planet Earth environment. To exit the matrix, to rise in frequency, we must look at the systems that controlled us and realize they did not have our best interests at heart. In fact, they were designed to hurt us, to put us into fear, to prevent us from realizing our divine nature. This is perhaps the biggest challenge that man has, to realize his divinity, to realize how great and powerful he is, to realize how he has been fooled into giving up his power and kowtowing to the social and governmental structure that has been imposed upon him. As more and more of humanity see their dysfunction and the dark reality of the control system, we are slowly but surely shifting out of the low-vibrating fear matrix. And so the control system becomes louder and louder, darker and darker, so that we can see its malevolent workings, so that we can realize how we have been entrained and exercise our God-given free will to choose again, to choose love, to choose joy, to be enlightened from the evil teachings we have endured. Be of good cheer, dear brethren. Humanity is awakening. Humanity is regaining his sovereignty. Each eternal now moment, we are moving closer to our ascension. The objective is to reach the fifth dimensional love frequency in this life, to be conscious of everything that we see and do, think and say in every moment, to no longer live in the past or the future, for then we cannot be conscious of the present moment. All is well in our world as we leave behind the planet Earth schoolroom and move back into agape, unconditional love. Life is good, dear brethren, and getting better, for the best is yet to come. Yes, the best is yet to come. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings. Indeed.